we're going to look at some questions relating particularly to prayer in the current situation, not just the current situation of coronavirus, but where we are unable to gather together. Some of the values and philosophies as well as the laws of prayer that are relevant. And I'm going to be looking at returning to someone we studied before in a very recently published volume. It's called Minchat Asher. This is Rabbi Asher Weiss, one of the great scholars of the contemporary Jewish world. And he has written voluminously and very quickly on many issues relating to the current pandemic. And this particular collection has been brought together by the Conference of European Rabbis, who have supplied it to rabbis who are under their aegis. So Rabbi Weiss was asked about the status of communal prayer at a time where one can't gather together with others. He says, just introducing the topic, there's always great sadness that we are unable to gather with others to pray and do other things together. What are the extents that we should try and organize communal prayer or something similar to communal prayer? How far should we go to do this? What are the benefits of, say, a Zoom minyan, so to speak, if I can call it that way, as we're having prayer broadcasts? What are the benefits of less than a minyan of people praying together? What about if you're praying together at the same time as other people in your household or your bubble? And how does one weigh up the various considerations one needs to take into account? So these are some of the topics which he covers in these essays, and we will go through them all being well in the coming days and weeks. So he starts by addressing the question as to what is the extent of the obligation to organize a minyan. So the Shulchan Aruch, towards the beginning of the Shulchan Aruch, is the main code of Jewish law, written in the 16th century by Rabbi Yosef Karo in Sfat, in northern Israel. He notes towards the beginning of the section dealing with laws of prayer that, and I'll read the Hebrew as well, because for those who are familiar with these kinds of words, it's very important you see the precise words here. Yishtadel adam lehitpalel bebeit hakneset im hatzibor. The person should strive to pray in a synagogue with the community. That, by the way, is one of the reasons that I'm here in the Deal Hall, which I'm able to by dint of my job. I'm very grateful for that. It's also much easier to pray here than to pray at home. It's much quieter here. But it's also best to pray, if one can, in a place where one would normally pray. And by the way, that can also be, in a sense, in your home, if there is a designated, say, corner of a room where you would normally pray. But what's very significant here is the language used is yishtadel, you should try. The Shulchan Aruch does not say you are absolutely obligated. And so, of course, this helps us understand how we try to organize prayers. We try to go to the minyan, but in normal circumstances are other obligations, some of which are a mitzvah, like working for a living, according to many rabbinic opinions, and other things we do. Well, sometimes we'll have to do those rather than coming together to pray in a shul with a minyan. So the two things which we'll pull out for now are, number one, there is a value of praying with others, and there is a value of praying, if possible, in a shul. How does this compute to what we're doing now over Zoom? So we will look at this over the coming days and weeks, all being well. Have a great day, everyone. And reminder, I think it's 3:45. We'll be broadcasting some Kabbalat Shabbat, pre-Kabbalat Shabbat, songs, Divrei Torah, just other things to help everyone get in the mood for Shabbat. But in the meantime, have a wonderful day.